Hello makers, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Today's tutorial will be making this crochet ruffle sleeve summer top, which is for absolute beginners, as we are going to be working this top in one piece. There are multiple sizes available, and there is a link to the free pattern, which is linked down below. If you'd like the paid version, make sure to also find that linked down below. As for the materials used, they're all also linked down there. They are affiliate links, so I do make a little commission if you choose to purchase. Without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. We're going to be using a 5mm crochet hook and a worsted weight yarn. So you're going to begin by making that slip knot. And then you're going to start by making a chain that's required for your size. For size small, I'm chaining 60. So I have 15. After 15, what you're going to do is grab that hook at the end, insert your hook into that first chain that you made, because we do need to have a straight chain, and then you're just going to continue chaining. So let me meet you when I've got the 30 chains. So I've got a total of 60 now, so I'm just going to add 4 chains for the 4 corners that we're going to be increasing in. And then I'm just going to slip stitch into that first chain that we made, and that's what our foundation chain should be looking like. Now to begin, we're going to be doing a no chain double crochet. I believe that's what they're called. I've just learned this. I don't think I've got the hang of it yet, but practice makes perfect. So you're just going to grab that, you're going to pull your chain to the height of your double crochet, just around that height. Then you're going to grab the top of that chain, and then you're going to turn it around your hook, just like that. Yarn over, pull through, so you have 2 chains, yarn over and pull through like that. Let's do that again. You're gonna pull a loop to the height of your double crochet, grabbing on top of that loop right there, turn your hook around, just like that, yarn over and bring the loop around, yarn over and pull through those 2. That's gonna count as your first double crochet. And then for the rest, we're gonna be going into the back bump. So I'm going to go into the back bump of the first 10. So that was my first 10, and then into that next one I'm going to place 3 double crochets into the same stitch. I'll grab a stitch marker, and then into the middle stitch of the increase that we placed, I'll place that stitch marker, because as we go around we're only going to be increasing into that middle stitch. Then I'm going to crochet into the next 10. You want to follow the rhythm pattern because it's going to be different for each and every size. But for this size small, it's going to be into the next 10. So that's the next 10, and then into the next chain we're going to do another increase. I'm going to place 3 double crochets. So onto the second one, place another stitch marker and one more. And now I'm going to be going into 20. So for the 20, I'll do this off camera, and then I'll meet you so that we can do the increasing again together, and then I'll let you know how you do from there. So I've just done the 20 rows, and then into the next chain we're going to do our increase. And then I'll be working into 10. Just gonna count that again, and then into the next stitch we're gonna place our 3 double crochets. And then we should be left with 10 stitches there. If you're doing a size small, that's if you're doing the size small, like I am. But if you're doing a different size, you should have slightly more stitches left there. And 10. So now I'm just going to slip stitch on top of that node chain, foundation chain, I don't know if that's what you call it, to end the row. The idea is so that our connections here are seen, the seams here are not seen, but I'm still mastering that. So this is what it should look like at the beginning. So pretty much this will be the back, this will be the front, this will be the front, and this is going to be the arms, where the arm is going to be. So this is the raglan kind of top. We're going to be doing increases on these 4 corners, which is why we added 4 at the end. And then it's just going to keep on growing and growing. And the good thing about this is you can keep trying it on to see how it fits, so that you can know that this is where you want the arms to end, and this is where you want the body to begin. So let me just show you how we do the node chain double crochet. You're just gonna pull up about the height of your double crochet. Holding on to that, you're gonna bring your hook over like this, yarn over that yarn, pull it through like this, yarn over and pull through 2. So that's gonna count as for the bottom one as well. Then you're gonna go into the next chain, stitch and go around your work, placing those double crochets. And then let's get to the stitch marker so that I can show you how you'll be working those those increasing as you go around. Once you get to the stitch marker, just remove it. Place 2, replace it, and then place 1 more. Remember, we're only increasing at the stitch marker, where the stitch marker is, and we're only going to increase in there with 3 double crochets. So you're going to do that going all the way around. Once you reach here, do what we did, the chainless double crochet, and go all the way around until the number of rows that the pattern is going to let you know, tell you for your size, and then I'll make you so that we can now disconnect the arms and the body. So you're going to work to your first stitch marker. And in that stitch marker, we're not going to do an increase. We're just going to place 1 double crochet, and then we'll do a chain. For size small, we're just chaining 3, and then you're going to go find the next stitch marker, which is this one right here. Remove it, and then into where the stitch marker was, just run over, you're going to be placing a double crochet. And then I like to replace that stitch marker so that I do not lose that stitch. And then continue working. And once you reach the next stitch marker, you will place 1 double crochet in that stitch marker spot, chain the number of chain that's required, and connect to the other stitch marker. And then go all the way around until you reach where you began your work, and I will meet you there. So here I am onto that last stitch marker. Then I'm going to connect, and do what we did earlier, and just do that again so it's as loose as I can have it. And I feel like it's kind of showing. It's supposed to be a seamless, but I feel like you can tell that it's right here. Probably because I'm still new to it. This is my first time doing it. So maybe with practice I'm going to get better. But either way, this is going to be the back. So after you do that, you're just going to continue doing the double crochets. And now, when you get to the chain spaces, you're just going to place double crochets in the chain 3 or 4 or whatever you made, and you're just going to go around. So now what we're doing is working the body. What we're going to be doing now is working that body, so it's just going to come down until it reaches where you want the top to reach. After we're done, then I'll meet you again so that we can do the sleeves, the arms, and make them in pretty and everything. So you go on, go all the way around, adding those, increasing the body to the length that you want, and I'll meet you right back. So after you're done with the number of rows that's required for the body, this is what your top should be looking like. I've done 1 sleeve, so you're just going to do a row of single crochet for the bottom to give it a clean border. And after we're done with our sleeve, this is what it should be looking like, all nice and pretty. So I'm just going to connect my yarn to the last stitch of the row, or anywhere. I'd prefer under near the armpit section so that the seam will not show. Connect your yarn and make a no turning chain, or chain 3. Let me just connect my yarn to my hook. Make a no turning chain, and then into the same stitch where you just made your no turning chain, place another double crochet. And now we're going to be placing 2 double crochets into each and every stitch. I'm working over that tail. and just like that. Gonna do that all the way around. Don't forget to place the chain 3 area. We're also gonna place 2 double crochets into each and every stitch of that row, and then once we reach the end I will meet you right there so I can show you how we do row 2 and the rest of the sleeve. So after you're done with that row, you're gonna slip stitch into the first no chain foundation chain and make another one. And now from here we're just going to place 1 double crochet into every stitch, and you're going to repeat this for the number of rows that's required for your sleeve, or until you feel you have worked enough rows. And just like that, you're just going to keep going all the way around doing this. So you go on, repeat this. At the end you slip stitch, do a no chain. Is it called a no chain or I'm hearing too many names about it, but you can do a chain 3 or a no seam chain or something like that, and then you work the number of rows that's required for your size, and I'll meet you after. At the end you just slip stitch, chain 1 and cut, and then you'll be weaving in the ends. So let me finish this, and after I'm done, for this size I have worked a total of 1 2 3 4 5. I just did 5 rows. If you want yours to be longer, you can go ahead and do that, and I'm going to do another 5 rows for this side as well. So I'm on my second row. I've got 3 more rows left, so I'll meet you after I'm done with those rows. So now, after you're done with your rows for the sleeves, this is what your top should look like. Let me see if I can push the camera up. This is what your crochet summer top should be looking like. I love it. It's so beautiful, and it was so easy. It's a one-day project, honestly. So now all you have to do is weave in those ends, and that's it. This is the front, and this is the back. As you can see, I can tell where I was connecting, and I'm not a big fan of that, so I'm gonna make that the back for my top. And that's it. All done. I hope you liked this video, guys. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, ringing that notification bell if you didn't.